You won't believe what these sold for. Sheesh!
From six-figure prototypes to once-in-a-lifetime factory errors, these are the 10 most expensive ones. 64 die-cast cars of all time and what collectors actually paid for them. 10. 1969. Cheetah Base Python, $6,000. Originally, this casting was meant to be called the Cheetah, but licensing complications led Mattel to rename it the Python. However, before the change, a small number of cars left the factory with the original Cheetah baseplate. These early runs, particularly in red, are now among the most sought-after cars from the Red Line era. Their value stems not only from their rarity, but also from the fascinating what-if scenario they represent in Hot Wheels history. 9. 1969. Brown 31. Woody $8,000. The Woody is already an iconic casting with its vintage surf-inspired design, but in brown it's virtually unheard of. Collectors believe this color may have been a test run or a production oddity, which explains why so few examples exist today. Verified brown models have sold for around $8,000, making them a treasure among Redline collectors. 8. 1969 Edge Shaver AMX UK $10,000. This is one of the rarest UK exclusives ever made. The Edge Shaver AMX wasn't sold in stores. It was a promotional tie-in with racer Edge Shaver. Children could receive the car through mail-in offers or special events, complete with a unique Edge Shaver sticker. Surviving examples with the sticker intact can reach $10,000, cementing this model as an international Hot Wheels legend. 7. 1971 Purple Olds 442 $12,000. Among Redline collectors, the Purple Olds 442 is often considered the rarest regular production Hot Wheels ever made. While the casting was produced in several colors, purple versions were limited to Hong Kong production and saw very little distribution. Even examples with minor wear can command up to $12,000, making this a crown jewel for serious collectors. 6. 1969 Brown Custom Charger $13,000. Much like the Woody, this custom Charger's rarity comes from its unusual brown finish, a color that was never intended for mass production. Believed to be a prototype or factory experiment, this shade makes the car nearly impossible to find today. When one surfaces, collectors are willing to pay upwards of $13,000. 5. 1969 Mad Maverick Base $15,000. Most collectors know this casting as the Mighty Maverick, but a few early versions left the factory stamped Mad Maverick. The name was changed before release, making the misstamped cars incredibly rare. This subtle but significant detail transforms what might look like an ordinary model into a $15,000 prize. 4. 1968 Overchrome Camaro $25,000. Overchrome cars were never meant to hit retail shelves. Instead, they were created with dazzling metallic finishes for advertising and promotional displays. The antifreeze-colored Overchrome Camaro is one of the most eye-catching examples, and since only a handful exist, surviving pieces can fetch as much as $25,000. 3. 1968 Overchrome Mustang $40,000. Nicknamed the watermelon for its vibrant color, the Overchrome Mustang is another advertising sample, though even fewer exist than the Camaro. Its combination of scarcity, unique finish, and the Mustang's iconic status has pushed its value to around $40,000, making it one of the most sought-after Hot Wheels on the planet. 2. 1968 White Enamel Custom Camaro Prototype $100,000. This one-of-a-kind piece was discovered by toy historian Joel McGee and is considered the first prototype Hot Wheels Camaro ever made. Unlike the bright colors that define the brand, this prototype was finished in plain white enamel. As the only known example in existence, it's valued at over $100,000 and represents the very origins of Hot Wheels history. 1. 1969 Pink Rear-Loading VW Beach Bomb Prototype $150,000. The crown jewel of die-cast collecting, the pink rear-loading Volkswagen Beach Bomb prototype is valued at around $150,000. Only two are known to exist, and unlike the side-loading production model, this version had surfboards that slid in through the rear window. Unfortunately, the design was too narrow for the Hot Wheels tracks, leading Mattel to abandon it. Today, one resides in collector Bruce Pascal's vault and is widely considered the holy grail of Hot Wheels. These incredible sales show how nostalgia, rarity, and history combine to make certain die-cast cars more than toys. They're works of collectible art. Which one surprised you the most? And do you have a rare Hot Wheels find hiding in your collection? Share your story in the comments and don't forget to subscribe, because next time we'll be diving into the rarest treasure hunts ever released.